Hi there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Lexi. I'm an actor, former model, and current electrician. And today I'd love to do a video showing 10 of my favorite tools that I use every single day, the brands, how to use them, so that if you're an apprentice or just curious, you get to know a little bit more what kind of hand tools you'll be using in the electrical field. So, brought this bad boy home, and I'm excited to share it with you. The first tool is known in the industry by a couple different names. Kleins is usually how people talk about them, but these are Linesman's pliers, or Lineswoman's pliers. Just kidding, that sounds ridiculous. These are used for splicing. You have an edge here so you can cut wire, trimming back BX, trimming back Lumex, any sort of hard thing that you need to cut that is wire, or twisty twist to splice. This is also known as a hammer. Yeah, if you're an electrician, you know what I'm talking about. I use this often to bash things or to throw at people. I mean, one of the most common tools that you will use on the job site. Second, a tool also by the brand Klein is the side cutters or diagonal cutters. These are also great for cutting wire, but the best purpose for these are when you have BX and you need to cut it. This is a great tool for that because it gets right in there. Or for cutting up, what's the word I'm looking for? What am I thinking of? Zap straps, and we use zap strap tails. By the way, all of these tools that I'm going to be talking about today, I will link in the description. If you choose to, my dog's crying. If you choose to buy them, I really hope that you buy them with my affiliate link. It helps out this channel. If you don't feel like supporting Amazon, because I get it, try to go to your local hardware store and get some tools there. And again, from Klein, these are my wire strippers. They do exactly as it sounds. They strip wire. And there also are some pairs that you can get that have a little hole here for cutting screws, which is actually really helpful when you're using ceiling mount fixtures. But they just strip wire in stranded or in solid. I'm gonna talk screwdrivers. Again, these are all Klein. It's not that I think Klein's better, I like Klein. They get the job done. I don't know, I've had these tools for 2 years using them every single day and they're still holding up really well. So, I don't know. I like Klein. You can like whatever you want, but Klein is my favorite. So the first one is a flathead screwdriver. I don't really need to explain it, but this is the best one for cover plates. The screws on the cover plates are really thin, so I really like to use this for that purpose. We have the two Robbies. There are two different colors that I use all the time, so you'll hear people say get me a green Robbie or a red Robbie. Green Robbie is just a bit smaller, whereas the red Robbie is a bit bigger. I use the green Robbie for devicing, really helpful for that, and I use my red Robbie a lot for grounding screws. This is the best for grounding screws, and if you're using like a 632 or an 832 screw, these are great for that. This is not the measuring tape that I use at work, but I lost my measuring tape recently and I have been too lazy to go buy a new one, but measuring tape. A lot of people in my comments have been asking me if I use math at work, and honestly, the most I use math is when I'm measuring. So when I'm measuring and I'm trying to get the center mark, and you have like 13 1/4, it's a lot of silly math to get the halfway point for that. But if you do get a measuring tape, it's helpful to get one with centimeters and inches. So if you don't feel like doing quick math and you want to find the center mark, it's sometimes way easier to just use centimeters because usually they're whole numbers and they're easier to divide than 11/16. This is another tool that I don't actually use this specific one at work, but a knife. This is a knife that someone actually made for me. I don't use it at work, but you get the gist. I wanted to have something in my hand to show you when I talked about knives, but knives are really important. I prefer the ones that flip up and have the reusable, you can take out the razor and put a new one back in. Oh, I have like this. This is great because then if they ever get dull, you just chuck them out and grab a new one. Knives are good for using if you are stripping insulation for a ground screw and you want to just like cut some insulation off, or if you have like thicker gauge wire, it's good to use a knife to get the insulation off, or just stuff like opening boxes or cutting up vapor barrier boxes, for example. Knives are just great to have. I usually have one on my Visi vest with me, so it's on me at all times, because if you're doing like material handling for the day, you don't really need your tools, but your knife is great to have on you all the time. This tool is arguably the most important because it could literally save your life, but this is called a volt tick. How you use the volt tick: turn it on, and anytime there's a live wire, you poke it, it will start beeping, and that will let you know that there's a live wire. So if you're working on stuff in a residential building or somewhere you're not quite sure if all the breakers have been turned off, absolutely a must to have this. And this one has a flashlight, which is so useful. I love it. Great way to test it, by the way. So it picks up the static electricity, so then you know it's actually working. And also with the volt tick, it's important to find a known live circuit and test it before you test an unknown circuit, because then you know for sure that it actually works. All right, now last, but definitely not least. Sup, PPE. PPE stands for personal protective equipment, and most job sites, all job sites, will have some form of PPE requirements on them. My job site requires hard hat, safety glasses, high visi vest, steel-toed boots, and gloves, which are cut-proof and partially insulated, so if you do end up getting a zappy zap, it doesn't hurt as bad. Don't ask me how I know that. Also a great option, sorry, I wear this shit every day. I'm just gonna take it off for now. Also, a great thing to invest in if you're in the trades is, these are custom earplugs. So a lot of trades in BC, the mobile hearing clinic will come to your site, and so you can just request to do them there. But how it works is they'll stick a thing in your ear, put some silicone, and they will make you these custom earplugs. So they're perfectly molded to your ears, and they're really great at blocking out sound. In my industry, people go deaf a lot because hearing protection is kind of, you know, sometimes you forget. But if you get a custom earplug, it will hopefully make you remember, because they're super expensive. And best part, you can get cool colors. This is sparkly blue. I mean, another investment that I recently just did and kind of splurged on was this vest. This vest is a surveyor model. It was $100, but I wear it every single day. And I really appreciate how much freaking pockets they have. I've got a pocket for my refs, I've got a pocket for tape, I've got my knife pocket, I've got my this pocket, everything that you need. Oh, and the best pocket, my snack pocket. Important stuff, man. Those are the 10 tools that I use every single day at work. Did you learn something? Do you use the same thing? If you're already an electrician, do you completely disagree with my selection of top 10 tools? Let me know in the comments below. Like this video if you liked it, share it if you want to share it with your friends, and also name your firstborn kids after me. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you subscribe. Hope you buy something from my link if you are looking for some things in the market, because it really helps me out. And I'll see you next time.